Please give me cock. Oh, please give me cock. I want a cock. Please give me cock. Cock? And ask them the price of cock.
Elliot, you know, the older I get, the more unappealing I find gaping assholes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you
when I was younger, when I was younger, I say younger, and I mean like teenage years, and I would be, looking up hentai like I do. And the only reason I say this is because, my ritual for, before we start this podcast every day, we have our little back and forth so we get ourselves hyped up and ready, or, pre-gaming for the show. But something I do personally is I look at Overwatch Rule 34, which for our uninformed users, Rule 34 means if it's on the internet, there's porn of it. And Overwatch obviously has a lot of porn. I've noticed recently, there's a recent trend, maybe it's due to the release of Overwatch 2, that there's just a lot of gaping assholes. A lot of gaping asshole porn.
Like more than usual?
I mean, yeah, more than usual. I mean, it'll be like the full-on penetration thing, and the dick comes out, and the asshole is left gaping. And I find, like, younger me, I might have appreciated that more than I do now, but now I see it, I'm just like, oh, that's fucking gross. Why would I want to see that? Why would anyone want to see that? That's disgusting. I know there are some degenerates out there that are really into... This is the Midwest Scumbag Podcast, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Skylar.
Welcome to the show.
I'm here with my co-host, Elliot, and we're here to talk about Overwatch porn. Overwatch being a very successful, now free-to-play, first-person, team-based shooter, which is an original concept, never been done before.
Yeah, I pretty much invented the team-based shooter dynamic, right? Like, it definitely didn't rip off anything from Team Fortress 2, which came out after Team Fortress 1, which came out, like, 20 years ago? I don't know. I never played any of the original Valve games, but sorry to go off on a tangent. What were you saying?
Yeah, Overwatch porn.
Overwatch porn, that's right.
Like, where's it at right now? We've had it for years. They, like when Overwatch first released, the beta released on PC, like people immediately went and ripped the models from the beta.
From the fucking beta?
So what
Jesus
you've been seeing,
Christ.
Yeah. So what you've been seeing, I mean, I'm sure they're updated. I mean, I'm sure now they're probably true to what you see in game. I think that's the appeal of Overwatch porn, is because it's pretty damn fucking close to what you're going to see in game.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching like Diva get railed, and it sounds like they just like ripped it from a Japanese porno.
Just like rotoscoped, or no, probably not rotoscoped, but like layer a skin on top.
Oh yeah. They would just take the audio from it and put it onto, where it fit. I mean, people would put like the they put that where it fit. But
doing Foley like sound art for hentai and shit. I never really think about it on the consuming end, but like somebody had to record all those squish sounds, all the that's
well, yeah. It's usually commissioned work, is what a lot of those really high quality ones are.
You commission something like that.
So that's why you get the sound, and I don't know, you just go into Pixiv or DeviantArt and you find somebody that's posted Overwatch porn, and you'd be like, hey, I'll give you $250 if you show me McCree and Symmetra going
and
at
her gaping asshole.
And they'll do it, and they'll just do it.
You gotta get the gaping asshole in there now. Like, just...
And yeah, that's my issue. That's the thing. It's the gaping asshole. When I was a younger man, I may have appreciated that. I've watched a lot of degenerate shit in my life.
Oh, yes.
I mean, how many times have I had to move my mouse up and down to fill up some fucking bar that would lead to this virtual woman to climax?
That's the exact gameplay. It's just like, move your mouse. And you're like, I don't want to move my mouse, but I have to. You have to use your hand.
It's a carrot and stick situation. I mean, if the carrot is the gaping asshole, then I don't even want to hold the stick anymore. And that's true with real porn.
Yeah.
Not that I'm discrediting hentai artists and what they do, but there's a difference between having two fictional, consenting age characters go at it with one another, and another with real people. You hear the disgust in my voice when I said real.
You mean women with like normal proportions that are average to her body and not completely out of ratio to an extent that is, I mean, it's too much. It's really, it's fucked up our brains, I think. All these, 50 episodes of me complaining about my mental health, and really I brought it on myself. With this kind of shit, dude. And that's, but I'm not a big fan of the gaping asshole either. Like, you would think maybe the appeal of it is like, oh, this bitch gets turned out so much that, like, even her asshole can't stay taut anymore because she's just getting railed all the time. But that doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather
just vanilla, plain, straight sex, kiss on the lips here
right,
and there.
maybe some romance, dude.
Look into
right?
yes, romance. Maybe that's the thing with getting older, is you want more romance in your porn.
I'm trying to find out the story now and really take interest in the story, as opposed to like skipping over it and being like, okay, he's a pizza delivery man. Now I want to know why this like 40-year-old bald jacked guy is working for like Papa John's. What turn did he take in his life that now he's in this situation?
Where is this woman's husband? Why is she so needy of sex from this random stranger?
Yeah, like, where's her absentee husband? Is he out nailing some other fucking, I don't know, probably his secretary, because he's a big businessman with secretaries and stuff, but like, that makes him a negligent husband, but then, maybe he is an absentee father as well. And
see, that's the intriguing part of pornography. That's the nuance that you can't find in just regular old hentai, Overwatch hentai, to be exact. You don't get any of that, because with Overwatch hentai, it just cuts straight to the, you only can look at Doomfist balls slapping some bitch's ass for so long before it just becomes the same.
Yeah. A big part of it is that it's just 3D animation software has come a long way. Like Source Filmmaker, SFM. I think it like matches I thought it at least matched the Overwatch models were like they're like a really similar engine, I guess, to like making something in Unity. I don't know if Overwatch was made with Unity. Probably not, right?
I have no idea.
Game engine wise, like, to bring it back to being a fucking loser nerd, like, you could import, if they rip the models from like the source code, and then you have a 3D animation software that works really similar to like a game engine. It's basically
I think they use Blender.
Blender's a big one too. Yeah.
And then you just create a scene, but the problem is the gaping assholes. That's the issue. Is that
there's always somebody. You teach a room of kids to do 3D animation, in your high school, and like 1 out of 30 of those kids is gonna be doing gaping asshole Overwatch animation porn. Like, that's just a given. That's the world. That's the world we live in nowadays, man.
That's the truth of our reality. That's You're exactly right, because they will 1 out of 30.
And that person is probably gonna be fucking rich as shit. You know how much money there is in porn? It's disgusting, but god damn it, dude. I really like, if I could learn how to train my voice and do, like, I don't know, just like reading 50 Shades of Grey for money, that would be fucking awesome. That'd be a super cool job. I just don't think I have the voice talent for it. I don't know what it takes to be a good voice porn actor.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know, just like talking real dirty, like getting real soft up to the mic, be like, baby, I want to smell that stinky.
That's what ladies want to hear.
Just give daddy a whiff. Just give daddy a whiff of that, some of that. Give daddy a whiff of that gaping asshole.
Oh, man. Speaking of gaping assholes, yeah.
Welcome to Midwest Scumbag.
God damn it.
This is the kind of quality you could expect.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, this is episode 50, by the way. I think. I'm pretty sure. I always second guess it, but then I'm right. So this is episode 50, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pretty sure. I think I remember from last time we were doing the show.
Yeah, we are, like, officially a good podcast. Because I've heard it takes 50 episodes for a podcast to get good. So now we're good. We've made it. You know, this is it.
This is when we start making
this
the real
This
money.
is the home run that we slammed out of the park, and we're heading towards, like, you know, first base, and the audience has no idea that we're jacked up on steroids. They just think that we're specimens of baseball prowess. But we're faking it, and then we're getting a sandwich named after us from McDonald's. That's the story of the Big Mac. Is that it was named after Mark McGuire.
Oh man, the Scum Mac.
He was the only baseball guy like I knew growing up, because I fucking hate baseball. I think it's stupid and gay, but Mark McGuire was the name. He was a big name when I was like cognizant of like, what's baseball? Oh, what is this sport? This seems like fun. And then I realized it wasn't fun. And then I realized my hero from the sport was on like steroids and shit, and I was like, oh, maybe steroids are kind of cool. And that's what I've been wrestling with recently, the thoughts of getting on steroids. Do you? Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, steroids
are you yay
cool.
or nay on steroids?
I'm yay. I'm definitely in the
Fuck yeah.
use them. If you can get them, fuck, use it,
dude. For
why
real.
Not? What would be? I mean, if I could watch the Olympics and like, I mean, it's interesting watching. The physical peak of what man's body and their limitations. That's fun and all, but I want to see what people can do when they are fucking
yes.
out.
Like, can we get a separate? I know like Russia's real big on like the juice and like juicing up their people to fucking superhuman Bane strength. Like I just imagine that all of Russian sports teams are just giant like. Just Bane dudes like running on treadmills with the oxygen mask on all the time, and and there's just
what would you do to break the box? What would you?
Cause that's what Bane was taking in his mask. It was just steroids in a gas form, and a little bit of noxious oxide.
Yeah. I mean, maybe some, anesthesia medicine, too, just because it made me feel good.
Yeah. Like, he's just on fucking laughing gas constantly. That would be a trip, dude. What kind of life is that? To be in that state? That'd be crazy. Is that what, like, happiness feels like?
Is being on laughing gas, being on some
is that like what
oxide?
normal people feel who don't drink themselves into happiness? Being
I mean, I don't know. It's the same kind of joy you feel from seeing a gaping asshole.
Yeah. Similar.
That some people feel. Younger people probably feel.
The generation that was super big about letting you know that they ate ass are probably the gaping asshole friends who are like, you know, we spent 4 or 5 years talking about eating ass. Now let's just look at like if they're just obsessed with assholes. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's not the kind of future I want for my my country.
You know how many gaping assholes like an asshole doctor sees on a daily basis? That must be horrible. That seems like a nightmare to me.
I would think you'd want to be like an asshole doctor because you're not going to get emergency situations all that often. So when you do get emergency situations as an asshole doctor, they're going to be memorable, every single one of them. So it's like, you know, there's a trade-off. Like, I don't want to be an ER doctor because I'm going to see some dude come in here with a bullet every day. But if I'm an asshole doctor, well, then it's mostly just like herpes or some kind of disease. But then occasionally you get the dude that was like trying to do pull-ups over their shower onto a plunger. That was the big one when I was young. Was the dude that would like do pull-ups over a plunger on his shower with the shower curtain, and the shower curtain would fall because it's obviously not mounted.
It's not gonna hold a man's
and
weight.
He would, you know,
that's insane.
He would impale himself on the plunger.
Oh my god!
Which I think I think that would just kill you. I think if you were doing that,
I think so.
But it's one of the, and it was one of those you know, rumors that went around in my elementary middle school. Which, like, there was always some dude with some weird guy in town that you didn't even know, had never even seen, but it was like, dude, you know, he fucking went to the ER because he was doing pull-ups over over a fucking plunger. It's like Marilyn Manson removing his ribs so he can suck his own dick. It's not even, you know.
It's so specific,
I
too.
can't remember.
That's the weird thing. Like, how many people do you think, like, look at their shower curtain or like, yeah, it could probably hold my weight. Let me knock out a couple pull-ups. Like, especially if you start working out and you're like, I need to do more pull-ups. Maybe I'll do pull-ups on my shower curtain, and then...
Yeah, you start working out, then you're like, maybe I'm kind of gay, so maybe I should do this.
Let me just put this right here, just in case I fall. Like my asshole lands directly on the plunger handle. This splintery wooden plunger that I bought at Dollar General for $2.16. It's just splintery. You've never used it without getting a splinter in your hand, even when you wear gloves. Like
yeah, when you break it down like that, it really doesn't make sense at all. Like, why wouldn't you just like get a banana or something and put a condom on it?
So it was like intentional. It was an intentional thing.
It was more like you were trying to kill two birds with one stone. You were trying to fucking get ripped and also get off. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Why would you do that?
Jesus. Okay.
Or there's another rumor like that went around my, you know, elementary, middle school, high school, and was it Dennis Rodman? I can't remember, but it was like some famous dude like got his stomach pumped because he fucking sucked so much dick and he swallowed so much cum that he had to get his stomach pumped. I think it was Dennis Rodman, but it's just one of those things that like I bought it, like I could believe it as a child, much like a gaping asshole. I could believe that as a young teenager. I could believe that was a real thing, but now I don't want to think it exists because it makes me sick.
Just for it to get to that point, that's so much damage. That's
desperation.
and so much mental problems. Fuck, man. It's brutal. Not a lot of rumors went around, at least that I knew. I wasn't popular when I was a little kid. I was just a fucking nerdy, know-it-all little piece of shit, and I was also fat. Like, I didn't know how to like properly vent my emotions, I guess. So I was just fat, but I also, like, you know me, I have a small frame, I have a small head, I'm actually like a little twink in disguise. But I was fat, so like when I would get my hair cut, people said I had fat body, small head syndrome. And that was a rumor that went around, like that was a real disease. No.
That's not as fun as some
No,
it's
not.
Because they
No,
drink too much cum.
it's not.
Ellie.
I mean, I don't wish that rumors that were like cum rumors in my stomach.
It's probably better.
Yeah, like that.
Rumor.
That was a light rumor, and I mean, I took it pretty hard as a kid. I was like, "Oh shit, dude, I do have fat body, small head syndrome." But
the rumor. I mean, if we're into some of that shit, the rumor that went around when I was a kid. Was
oh, nice.
Yeah, that was legitimately like medically diagnosed.
Damn.
I mean, whatever. I went to like the special class and stuff. So like an issue I had when I was younger, elementary school age, so I could not pronounce my R's.
Oh no.
correctly. I cannot do the R sound, and you can imagine, like. My name is Skylar. I literally could not say my name right out loud. It would come out as Skylar. Like I was Bostonian. And it wasn't until about 4th grade. It was 4th grade, and I had a speech teacher because it was very obvious that I could not enunciate my R's correctly. And she got so frustrated with me that she was like, "Do you want?" Like I was going into 5th grade. She's like, "You're going into 5th grade. Do you want people to think you're retarded?" And she said this. I remember because I went home and I didn't think anything of it because it was just someone calling people retard was.
It was normal. It was a medical diagnosis.
Called someone that was
yeah.
But this was a school counselor that was calling me retarded. So I went home and I told my mom. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was a big deal. I told my mom about it. She freaked the fuck out and went to the school board and got this bitch fired.
Ooh.
They fired her immediately after that. It was corroborated. Then I had a new speech teacher, and he eventually taught me how to say R's right. But I remember going back to that town, that small-ass fucking town.
You had a new speech teacher who taught you things, and he taught you the R sound, and he's like, "Well, Skylar, this is the word retarded. This is what they called you. Are you retarded?
Yeah.
Say it afterwards."
And that's how I learned how to say R sounds right. I shit you not. His name was Mr. Loose.
Mr. Loose.
Mr. Loose. So I learned how to say R's because my lips could be loose as a goose. But the moral of the story is I went back to that town many years later, and that chick that called me retarded was working at a gas station.
Oh, damn.
So her reputation in that town was ruined because of that.
It's a happy ending after all.
I think so. I mean, you shouldn't call a fucking whatever 11.
Yeah,
retard.
you shouldn't even call retarded people retard. It's just mean. It's just mean. Don't call people retards.
It's funny, but it's mean. You can call it's not funny when you call a person retarded, but you call your friend retarded, and be like, "Hey, you're a fucking retard right now."
I mean, like, even when retarded people call people retards, that's hilarious. That's fucking perfect. It's like, okay, they get it. It's... yeah. Damn, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I mean, I understand.
I didn't think anything of it at the time. It wasn't until I got older that I was like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
I mean, like, as an adult... think about, like, in a situation if you're trying to, like, teach a kid and trying to be, like, a good, respectable role model, and you're just straight up calling them retarded. Like, that's not... I mean, it's just a bad example to set. Right?
It is. I mean,
you don't tell the
all
kid.
We were doing was reading, like, a children's book that had a lot of R sounds in it, and I couldn't do it. She got frustrated. Like, you're going into 5th grade, you want people to think you're retarded? And of course I was like, no, of course I don't want people to think I'm retarded. So maybe in a way that also pushed me.
As you're sitting there like,
if we want to give her redemption, like, I was like, all right, well, if people are going to fucking think I'm a retard because I can't even say my own name right.
What am I, some
and I
kind
obviously
of
knew I was, like, smarter, you know.
Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Holy shit. That's brutal. It's okay. Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't.
Yeah,
you're
whatever. I'm better for it. I know I'm not a retard.
I don't think you're retarded. Dude. I think I might be retarded sometimes. Like I've definitely. The word autistic has been thrown my direction a couple times, and maybe that's not such a bad thing. Maybe I am a fucking autist, dude. I don't know.
You just never had a teacher that was like,
yeah. That's honestly all my teachers were like, "Whoa, you're really smart, huh?" I mean, they threw the word genius around too, but in equal amounts to the word autist. So, yeah, it's a toss up, dude. It's whatever. I don't fucking care.
You know what? It's okay. Anybody can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Look at me now. The co-owner of the second most successful podcast in Taiwan. Oops, I mean, China. New China. I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to say the word Taiwan. Since we're throwing around the word retard, like, left and right. This is just the bad word episode. We're just gonna say bad words now.
It's we had the rape episode.
Yeah, we did.
We said rape like 50 times, so I guess it's only natural for us to evolve and move on to another R word.
We're just like slowly whittling down our audience from, like, the normal people who would listen and then got offended and quit, and then we just keep, like, adding on things to be insulting, and just until nobody's listening except me.
Insulting but tolerant. Insulting but tolerant.
Yeah.
That's how I like to see the Midwest scumbag company. That's the way I'd like to go forward. That's
because, like, come on. What are you going to do? Go through life and not evoke any kind of emotions? That's the one disagreement that I have with, like, Stoic philosophy. I get that there maybe is merit in tempering your emotions and having a control over them and being like, okay, this is what I control. I can control myself. I can control my emotions. I get that, like, aspect of it. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe that's excessive. Maybe you shouldn't control your emotions 100% all the time, Is that...
Like, you should just let emotions
control
you.
Which is equally bad. I mean, if you're just run on complete emotion all the time, that's not good either. But, like, I don't know, maybe it's just a philosophy of mediocrity, of like, never get too wildly passionate about something, including like temperance. You know what I mean? If you get super passionate about temperance and doing nothing but like waking up and like meditating for 8 hours a day and eating one banana and just doing that, like, that's awesome, that's cool, that's fun, but I think that's limiting yourself. And I don't believe in limits, man. I don't believe.
I mean, in that scenario, you're not experiencing anything other than that you're not you experience sleep and dream and whatever. You experience your meditation and your disconnection from all things physical and mental, if you can attain that. And you're also experiencing banana. And that's it.
Yeah.
But there's more to experience than just those things.
Yeah. Like, there is, we have an entire world around us that I've been neglecting. Honestly, I haven't done the whole, maybe it's just like a class thing, but like I wasn't living off my parents' money in my 20s, so I wasn't like, double peace sign, traveling the world in my fucking Sprinter van, and here's my Instagram with all of my like beauty care product brands, and like, oh, look at, I'm gonna jump into this fucking waterfall that we found in Idaho, and
here's my OnlyFans and my gaping asshole.
Yeah. I never did that thing. I didn't take that career path. I took the unsure of myself career path, and now I don't have a a degree or a fucking, I don't know. I don't have a tight boy pussy either. My boy pussy is a gaping asshole, and that's, all this talk of anti-gaping assholes that we're doing here is really triggering me. And I feel like you're not respecting the fact that I get fucking blown out every night by just the biggest dicks, that I just don't even have a chance to tighten my asshole up in any fashion. Unless you get that, I did hear about, like, the old cartoons where, like, where like Tom and Jerry, and like Jerry would pour like lime in Tom's mouth, and his mouth would like pucker up real tight. Like, I've heard that there's a solution of like whatever that chemical is that you can like spread on your puss or your asshole, and it would like tighten it back up, for like porn stars and shit who are getting railed all the time, and they just need a quick, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the gaping asshole is it's supposed to be a treat. It's not supposed to be an everyday thing. That's the problem with it. It's an everyday thing.
That's the problem. Not that assholes are getting spread so wide so often that they're in a default gaping state. It's that it's the dessert, and we're eating dessert too much.
We're eating dessert first, and we're saving, the main course for last.
It's like we're just nourishing ourselves on like mini cupcakes and not eating our prime rib Philly cheesesteaks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at here. As a society, we can't ascend to the next whatever evolutional state until we get past that roadblock
of getting trapped within the gaping asshole community, and it's
supposed to be the treat at the end of the, it's what you are going for at the end of the tunnel, the proverbial tunnel.
That's the Holy Land. That's the
promised
promised land that Moses said would be gifted to the chosen people. His gaping asshole. But it's supposed to it's supposed to be a treat and not the whole meal.
Not the whole meal, no. Yeah. And I think Moses would be a very staunch Widowmaker fan.
I mean, I don't blame him. God damn, dude. French and that ass? Come on, dude. Come on.
She also apparently feels no emotion.
Yeah. So like, you can relate to her on a regular, everyday level.
The perfect woman. Perfect woman. One I can't relate to because she can't relate herself.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. There's a lot of Overwatch porn. It's crazy. Like, I mean, it's almost disgusting that, like, I knew of... When I got first introduced to Overwatch was, like, when Brigitte came out. And it was like, I knew who Brigitte and Mercy and Widowmaker and Diva were before I played the game because the saturation of Overwatch porn. It's crazy. Like, I can't imagine. I've been good about not, like, using Reddit and shit, so, like, I don't know what's hot and going on, but yeah, with Overwatch 2, I'm sure that community has exploded again with fresh, hot material of, like, especially, like, new female characters. Come on.
Yeah, there's, like, the new... I played it once. I downloaded it, like, soon after it came out, just because I was kind of afraid that Blizzard would fuck up the migration of accounts. So I was like, all right, I'll do this quick. I just wanted all my skins.
Yeah, dude. I get that.
And, you start it up, you get all your skins, and there's these two new chicks, one Japanese DPS support, who there's a lot of porn that exists, and also of like an Apex, like pretty much what Apex Legends, like that's the character, Call of Duty, all that kind of stuff. There's tons of porn of her, too.
Dude, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how porn artists, like, go about their daily business of, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna spend, like, 3 hours shading in the right-hand portion of this character's areolas for, like, 8 hours today. How do you do that? How do you have that kind of focus, man?
Money. I mean, people are commissioning this shit. That's where all this stuff comes from.
I guess that makes sense. If we were getting paid to actually podcast, like, I would give more of a shit about it, honestly. So, I guess I see that. Huh.
Good way to look at it, yeah. I mean, this podcast is very much like Overwatch porn.
It's very similar in that I'm dressed in Widowmaker's ballerina outfit, like, every day.
Ooh.
I'm doing that for the audience. I think I want to wear this.
Because you're a cute twink.
What?
I said it because you're a cute twink.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Cute twink.
I could.
Cute retarded twink.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. I'll be the twink for this show. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. I'll cosplay Widowmaker. I don't fucking care, dude. I just want to get. I just want to get into cosplay. I really, actually do want to get into cosplay, like, for real. It's a very. I don't know why. Like, thinking that if I owned a really dope jacket that an anime character wears, that would make me somehow cooler.
Get you laid.
I mean, maybe. That'd be nice. It would be nice.
I mean, when people talk about, like, all these cons and stuff, and how like, it's like a Dash Con or some specific
Sonic Con
convention that is Like, everyone talks about how nasty they are at the convention, but man, I want to be at that hotel
Bro.
that everybody's staying at.
Yeah, dude, the smells of that hotel must be insane.
Yeah, like if I go to town on some chick in a Tails costume and I'm wearing a Shadow the Hedgehog costume, that'd rock.
That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
But like the whole day before that, I'm just like cosplaying as Shadow the Hedgehog, so I'm like all gruffy and mad. But then yeah, at night the real Shadow comes out. That's the most appealing part.
Real
I want to see how
Shadow
nasty those
comes
things
out.
get. I want to see how dirty and fucking gross those hotels are where all those people stay.
Man, I would have accidentally
them.
walk into one of those business convention rooms and just see like a pile of like squirrels and rabbits and wolves and bunnies that are also rabbits, just like a pile. I just want to see a pile of mascots fucking like in real life. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be the epitome of my existence. I could cap it off and be like, yep, this was a life worth living, that I walked in on like a
I would hope it would be like
a
room rented out for the convention. That's like one of those rooms that
like there's a slotted business time.
And you're like overlooking, you're like overlooking the whole thing, the whole convention. All this orgy is going on. This fucking awful,
you're up in a control
terrible, nasty,
room,
disgusting thing
behind like two-way mirrors, and you're just pacing back and forth with a clipboard. Like they're not fucking enough. These furries. They're taking too many breaks. It's like they're not even physically fit. And that's another reason to get physically fit, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to be caught up in one of those spontaneous furry orgies and only be able to, like, hang in there for, like, 2 minutes, That's embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, wearing your full regalia.
Yeah.
That you have
the
on,
whole
outfit.
20, 30-pound fucking fursuit that... They must have good legs, right? If you're out fucking being
you would think
furry convention person all the time, they'd actually just have that natural farmer strength in their legs from wearing fucking suits all day. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I mean, if I'm paying $600 for a ticket and then also paying another whatever $500+ for a two-way ticket to wherever the convention is and back home, so I can continue my degeneracy there.
It's a good way of putting returning home from a convention. It's just continuing your degeneracy in the privacy of your own home. I get it. I see. Maybe I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing the plus side to being a furry is that there's at least like maybe there's a really nice, really supportive community of accepting, tolerating people. Maybe that's all it is you just have to feel like you belong somewhere. And if you don't, your whole life, you just start a podcast in the hopes that somebody picks it up.
Someone will listen to it. Someone will hear you. Someone will hear your begging, please. Please notice me. Please know that I exist.
Ooh, getting too real. Motherfuck, dude. Winter's just around the corner. It's starting to get chilly, and I love it. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love the cold weather. I really fucking thrive in it.
Pull out your winter vest.
I need to get a new pair of gloves. It's some pretty nice leather gloves, and I say pretty nice as in like I bought them at Walmart for like $9, but I need to get like a legit pair of leather gloves. I don't know how. Can you get like custom fit gloves? Like my hands are weird, dude.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we should just go to the mall and go to like a specialty store and pay like $300 for them, because that's how much they're going to cost.
Yeah, it'll probably be more fabric, as you know. Like my hands are webbed, like my feet are, like my fingers, but only like like webbed up to like the first knuckle. So I could
Only
probably get
partially
away
retarded.
with what?
I said you're only partially retarded.
Yeah, dude, I'm only like a quarter retard. Like I'm sure I could get some gloves, but they don't make gloves for quarter retard.
Is that what you have to like put when you're getting them filled?
Like
My
whenever I'm
hands are
shopping
quarter retard.
online. But yeah, winter's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Get your shit together. Buy a bottle of that gasoline defreezer shit that just keeps your gas tank warm and somehow mixes in with the gas without causing any engine problems. I don't know anything about cars. That's something that like my brain just can't wrap around. As a male, you would think I'd be interested, and I'm interested. I think they're cool. I just don't get it. My brain doesn't wrap around the mechanics of it. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't pretend to understand cars either. I know basic maintenance and stuff like that, like keeping my fluids up, and I know my tires like need air.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at that. I know my tire pressure monitor in my car is fucked up. It's been fucked up since like last winter, and I just didn't change it because I'm sure it's expensive. And I just do the bare minimum of fucking car maintenance because I'm a bad car owner.
I am too. I mean, my car at like the electrical system I know is fucking up in it, and my odometer and my mileage and stuff is all connected to that same system. So like sometimes like if it's really cold, I'll turn on my car and it'll speak to me in tongues. It'll just be like cha 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 cha. It'll just be like a whole bunch of random or it'll be like random nonsense. It'll be like a bunch of Unicode characters. Like a bunch of asterisks. Like one time I turned it on, it was just all asterisks.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what is it telling me? What is it trying to say?
Oh, it's like a digital display on like your dashboard.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
just...
like my odometer, my like mileage, and everything else is. It's like dummy systems. I can see, my fuel and stuff like that. It's an old ass car. Like I think it's a 2001, so it's gonna be an antique. In a couple of years.
Fucking 2001. Fucking apply for retirement, bro. Shit.
It gets me to work and back. That's all I really care about. But yeah, it's fucking up major here recently. I've been worried that like it'll just be like the battery will just be draining when I'm not in it because of all the weird electrical stuff going on. There's
just some fucking ghost in the machine that's doing like calculator.
I mean, that's
shit
the other
overnight.
thing is it's haunted, and like something's trying to contact me through my car's electrical system. It's very basic electrical system.
Yeah, there's a fucking hole to punch in those ghost reality TV shows that you see all the time. Why don't you ever see a ghost haunted car show? You never see it. It's only haunted houses. Only houses get haunted. What does that say? What does that say about your fucking ghost theory, bitch? Watch, I'm gonna see fucking ghosts tonight. Now that I'm mocking it, that's my real fear. Anyway,
you're afraid of
haunted
ghosts?
Car. I'm afraid of ghosts. All right, I'll just fucking throw it out there. I don't care. I don't want to see a ghost. I don't want to see ghosts. I started watching. There's an anime called Miruko-chan. Or something like that, and it's about a chick who sees ghosts. I think I talked about it a couple episodes ago, but she just like she'll see ghosts and they'll just hang out and like talk to her and shit, but she just like ignores them, like actively ignores them so that they don't think she can see them, so that they won't like haunt her. It's actually like it's a genius big brain move if you're one of these people who can like see ghosts. If you just like pretend like you don't, you know, nobody's gonna ever know. I don't know. It's a funny show. I thought, but like I don't want to see ghosts. I don't want to I'm a scaredy bitch, dude. I'll fucking have a stroke immediately if I run into some motherfucker with his head 90% cut off and he's like, you fucking belong to my house now, bitch. Look up in a mirror and I'm Harry Potter with a Hitler mustache. And
were you looking into the mirror and that was like what your truest desire was?
I'm looking at the mirror of Erisad and I'm Harry Potter, but I'm also Voldemort with my nose cut off. I want to cut off my fucking nose, dude. It's winter. My nose gets all red. I don't know how to, like, if I can go into a doctor and just, like, flush out my nostrils or something. I think that'd be...
Tell them you want
I think that would
Michael
change
Jackson.
my life.
They'll know what you mean.
I just walking up like, doctor, fuck my face up. Yeah. I don't cut off my nose, dude. It gets red constantly. Like, I look like I'm fucking Santa Claus walking around with my stupid ass nose. Little baby ass nose. Red. In the cold. Just want to cut it off and be Voldemort, my hero.
Voldemort. You know, on the topic of ghosts, I used to have a sex dream about ghosts.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was like not prepubescent, this would be pubescent, like 15, 14, 15. But I used to have a sex dream that, like, in the, whatever, my childhood home, I would, well, she'd come out of the closet and
okay.
do the schnasty with me, which I didn't understand what the schnasty was at that point. So it was mainly just like hugging and kissing.
She's like playing like some Star Wars game on your
she'd be
PS2.
playing like World of Warcraft or something. Leveling up my character, and I think that's super hot.
And you're like, God damn, baby. Fuck. You're just farming undead and the... Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. That was the whole story. Was I had a sex dream about a ghost, but it wasn't as sexy as that Patrick Swayze
How'd you know
movie.
she was a ghost?
Because she was transparent, and she came out of my closet. I mean, hopefully I wasn't raped,
all right.
but I mean,
I think you were raped, dude. I think that's a ghost rape.
no, okay. No, wait, this is bad. No, wait, this isn't okay. I once had relations with a woman over the phone, over like a landline phone, and we like had an out of body experience, sex, escapade.
Whoa. Okay. Damn, on a landline?
Yeah. I met her on fucking like a IMVU or a Omegle or something.
Damn. God, that is hot as fuck. A landline? Man. Whew.
Back when I was stealing my mom's cigarettes out of her pack so I could, and you know, she every other day she'd be asking me like, where are all these cigarettes going? And I was like, and young Skylar was like, I don't know, you know, but I was smoking them in my room and I'd have the window open and it would obviously smell like cigarettes.
Yeah, like she would know. I mean, I guess that's the secret of like cigarette smokers that lose their smell. They don't really, they don't realize their clothes smell like cigarettes, and so like if their kid starts smoking, they can't really tell. Like they can tell, but they can't really tell by the smell. The olfactory.
Not enough for definitive proof, unless they catch you in the act of actually taking a drag off that sweet nicotine.
Getting that sweet tobacco in them lungs.
So good. I encourage all of our listeners to start smoking.
Oh man,
It makes you look cool.
miss
It
it.
makes you feel cool.
Man. Dude, I've been on the vapes thing again recently, and like I feel kind of gross and gay
Pussy.
from it. Yeah. Like I really need to stop.
What are you trying to?
I've been told.
Get with the Gen Zer pedophile.
Yeah, that's really what it is. I just wanna connect with people who are like 12 years my junior. And I'm just like, hey kids, check it out. I get these elf bars. Ha ha ha. Look at me vaping and dabbing. And they're like, dabbing hasn't been a thing for years. You fucking suck. And we hate you. Also, you're probably gay. And I'm like, yeah, you got me.
Don't forget, kill yourself, you fucking loser.
Also, kill yourself. Yeah. Yep. That's just what you hear on a daily basis. As a normal human being. You hear these comments. Every human being gets these comments every day. It's just I don't know where it's So you were raped by a ghost. That's cool, dude. That's pretty cool.
I was raped by a ghost.
It's...
It wasn't hot like the Patrick Swayze ghost. It wasn't like I was, molding a clay vase and then he came up behind me and raped me. It was just regular rape.
You wake up and you're like, I've never done pottery before.
I wonder if that's how she felt too. What was that movie called? That movie was just called Ghost, right?
It was just called Ghost, yeah. And Patrick Swayze was a ghost, and then he learned how to
rape women as a ghost.
He learned how to rape women as a ghost. Yeah, the dude who was a ghost in the subway taught him how to like affect things in the real world with his ghost powers, and he spent like 10 minutes trying to knock a shoe off of a trash can, and then once he figured it out, he was like, okay, transfer that knowledge down to the dick, and then boom. You're a rape ghost, dude.
You're a rape ghost.
But that was bad. They had I don't know if he saw the dude at the beginning of the movie, because there was like a deep Christian element to it, where it was like one of the bad guys died, and he turned into a ghost, and then like there were like shadow demons that popped up from the ground and like dragged him down, and he was like screaming and like, oh God, please forgive me, Jesus Christ, help me, oh fuck. And then like Patrick Swayze was like, oh, it's a good thing that I only raped my wife and not like random people, because that's where I would go if for being a bad
God,
ghost.
you're right. Oh my God. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. All I remember is like that scene, that one particular scene. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Ghost a couple times on VHS. Patrick Swayze was like a big deal back in the day. He was a hot figure. So any movie he did. Also, Whoopi Goldberg was in Ghost, and I really liked Whoopi for a while. I thought she was very fun. I've seen Sister Act 1 and 2 like 15 times probably, if not more. Those were fun movies, man. I wish that I could be a nun in a fun entertainment choir. That would be cool. It'd be a fun life.
Instead, you just get stuck with this life where, you get called retard and you look at gaping assholes and you realize that they aren't as beautiful as they once were. Watching an apple wither on the branch. It's sad.
Just a time-lapse video of a fox decaying in the forest floor. Yeah. It's brutal. Anyway, yeah. Overwatch porn is... I wish I could make it. If I was that talented, dude, that's all that's stopping us from being rich. is we just have to do Overwatch porn.
If I could go back 10 plus years ago to when I was in 3D animation in high school, and I could just,
Bro.
I could make Tracer getting dicked down by Bastion or something.
By his robot dick that turns into a rifle.
Didn't even exist. I mean, maybe it was in like the preconceptual phase, but I would enter that into the contest and I would win first place.
Yeah,
just because of how
like,
good
wow,
it is. Like
fuck.
I would be reprimanded by the school and the faculty and the school board just for how disgusting it is. But like the whatever competition I entered it into, like those dudes from DreamWorks or whatever that was supposed to be there.
Damn. Yeah, dude. Like they have to send out like a memo that's like, we don't condone any of the acts taking place in this image, but we have to acknowledge the artistic prowess that young Skylar put into this fucking this what he calls Overwatch gaping asshole.
And he also
number
calls
3.
it art, true art. Art.
And
it's the most primal form.
It's just it
would either be that
Tracer's
or
gaping
porn.
asshole. Oh.
Because that was they were the ones there were supposed to be some dudes from it was Illumination. Yeah. It was Illumination because Minions had just come out. So there were going to be some Illumination like VFX artists or whatever on the board. So doing Minion porn would have been awesome. Thinking back, like it would have been.
And they're just they're little pill-shaped bodies. You could put them in any kind of situation. That's disgusting. Jesus.
It's disgusting when you think about all the implications. Yes.
I mean, you can like Minion Bukake off the top of my head. That's just the first one that comes to mind, and they're just they're just standing around like peeling bananas onto one of them's face.
Revolutionary movie for the 3D effects
Really?
or 3D genre. Really laid the groundwork for Overwatch porn.
Changed the game. It changed the game. And now we're desensitized to gaping assholes, and it's, where do we go from here?
Widowmakers.
God damn. Until we get into the Pokemon gaping asshole porn. Oh, man.
Those are children.
Well, not the professors.
Oh, yeah, well, no.
Not
the
the professors.
Yeah, everyone wants to see Professor
my
Oak's
God.
gaping asshole. And Ash's
My
mom.
God. Ugh. Bro, like, I've been playing the new... I picked up Pokemon Scarlet, and Jesus Christ, dude. Like, the main professor chick, like, in the place where Professor Gigachad is, there's, like, Professor Feral Mommy, basically, is who she is, dude. She wears, like, this, like, caveman shirt and skirt, and she's, like, out doing fucking primal Pokemon shit. I don't know, man. They know what they're doing. They know their audience at this point. Game Freak, they know who they're making these games for. It's not just children. But that's, those characters, gaping assholes. All the teachers at the new Pokemon Academy of the story, they're all going to have their assholes gaped. Like,
all the legal gaping assholes.
All the legal gaping assholes, yeah. And then, like,
all
of the... all the weird Pokemon bestiality gaping assholes,
in the eyes
too.
of
There's
God.
a lot of that. But oof, man. How's that for a 50th episode spectacular? God damn. We've
covered a lot of ground. We dive deep into our souls, into our psyches, into our the place that we don't want people. We let people stare into our gaping assholes, so to speak.
essentially.
And that's what a gaping asshole is. It's your weakness.
It's the soft underbelly to the dragon that you embody. Is your gaping asshole. That's all we can hope for as human beings. Is there a more vulnerable state that you could be in?
than bending over and showing your gaping assholes. No, you're right.
Your asshole just spread. I mean, like, maybe giving birth. Probably.
Yeah, probably giving
second.
Not just gaping
probably
vagina,
second place is
not
just gaping asshole. What?
I said a gaping vagina is not as interesting as a gaping asshole. And I'll die on that.
Well,
hill.
that's just sexist. You're just a woman hater. How dare you say that gaping vaginas are not as interesting?
Give me a gaping bussy over a gaping gussy any day, and I'll show you which one is right.
It's called hentai, and it's art.